we just got back, and you'll have seen that we took a little road trip and we went shed hunting, and we went down to Iowa, hunted on our farm, on the farm we lease over in Buffalo County. Had a really nice time. Put on, I think we put on roughly 15 plus miles, I would say. The dogs put on probably 50 plus miles, and we had a GPS tracker on one of the pointers in one of the labs, so we kind of have an idea of the miles they put on. And we used that as an opportunity. I took Cali with, not with expectations of her picking sheds for us. Our other dogs did, but she came along and she quartered and casted. We had a really good chance to give her some freedom as far as getting out from next to us. She walked a lot of miles with us as well. And I also was kind of reminded a little bit, and I'm gonna probably write something about it, because it kind of hit me when we were there. Some of the terrain and the cover that we were covering, it was this idea of, boy, the similarities between an upland dog and a shed dog are so similar, both in how they work and also in where we work them. And so we flushed a few pheasants down in Iowa, which was fun. It was, it was just extra bonus type stuff while we were out hunting. We also got into some grouse on the farm in Buffalo County, quite a few grouse actually. I don't know how many we flushed total, but there was at least, we figured we could count 6 probably or more drumming males on logs drumming, and they kind of establishing territory and set up in a certain spot, and we could literally hear them on the hills echoing through the valleys like the whole time. And so we got into these areas that were the same spots that we were going to find a lot of our deer sign and potentially sheds, actually quite a few sheds, because we found that the grouse were not in the popple slashings. We found a ton of sign in the popple slashings from deer, but obviously they relate to that, and we see them in there pretty heavily in the fall. Where we were finding them drumming were on the edges of the fields in these prickly ash thickets. I mean, just almost impenetrable. You could almost not walk through them, but that first 50 yards off the field is always real thick with that prickly ash. And it's the idea that kind of hit me was, boy, the stuff we're doing with her here, although we're doing nothing with birds, it's still great training for her, which is why I just love shed hunting for lots of different reasons, but that's just an extra bonus. We got a ton of opportunity for her to work out in front of us. We had a big group of dogs, and that was part of the confidence, I think, in her to do that. We took that away today. We don't have any other dogs. We're just with her. Now we're building off of a sequence of, we took her to a game farm and I hunted her with Ellie, and she flushed a little bit, and we shot a few over her there. We've staged some kind of halfway realistic around here. Today is probably a step where we are coming back to, we decided to kind of balance her out and not just do bird stuff. Instead, we at times stretched her out in the last few weeks with some real long memory work. We did that at the farm. She did okay with it. I think part of it was her struggles with it were definitely the setting, the situation, the environment. And then I probably scaled it a little bigger than what she could handle. I had a conversation this morning with another trainer, friend of mine, and we talked about, I don't like the idea of testing dogs, but just out of necessity, we kind of do test them at times to see where they're at and figure out like how the training is progressing. And I always feel like when we run into trouble, it's not because it's not necessarily a bad thing for lots of different reasons, but one of the things is I do think you have to challenge the dog out enough after you feel like things started to click in the dog and things are sticking in a positive way. I feel like you have to extend it a little bit and challenge it, push it to its limits to the point of where you find struggles so that you know where you're at, and then back up and fix it, build it up to that point, and then push it out beyond again, and you'll probably realize you can get a little bit further. And then you'll find the point that you have an issue, and then you go back and you kind of, it's a staggering back and rebuilding to that point beyond. and then going back and going beyond. And so that's what we're at today. I'm going to see. I planted 3 roosters about 15-20 minutes ago into some cover that I just don't think they'll move out of. Dizzied them up a bit so that they wouldn't fly when I set them down, tuck their heads, and 2 of them are in the same clump and one of them is not far off of it. I'm not going to go right into the birds. What I want to do is take her down, and before I go into the birds, I want to see how she works out in front. I think we've come a distance in the idea of the focused 4 or 5 days of really giving her the opportunity, like long days. I mean, we walked lots of miles, and just through the consistency factor that she really moved off nicely, worked in range well, but she was with other dogs, and those other dogs had nice range too. So it was a real good cultural influence that she was around. But now we're back here, now we're back in our training, now we're back in, and sometimes I think the training grounds are where they maybe struggle, because we come out and we do these session, building on specific skill sets. And then it's the idea of taking that and putting it into play. Today we're going to try to put it into play, but we're in the environment of where we build those little skills. Sometimes that makes it harder. Sometimes going to a new, fresh place and getting her out kind of clean slate. She doesn't have any preconceived notions of what we're doing, where we're doing it. No memory of anything. So we'll see. But I'm going to have Ben follow me. It's just me and him, which is not bad. Caden had to run. We give up that second camera, but we also minimize the impacts or the influence of the camera too. I'm not going to talk to the camera nearly as much today. We did that last week, and I kind of enjoyed that. I'll have to go back and narrate that one a little bit, because there were a few things that stood out, and I think I highlighted them at the end. But once we get going here, I'm just going to work with her like I would if Ben wasn't there. Ben will be behind me. He'll be kind of sticking tight because he doesn't have a zoom camera today, working off the gimbal. But I want him to kind of stay close to see the action. But I'm not going to necessarily spend a lot of time narrating it on the go. We're just going to kind of go. So, all right, let's go. Go ahead. Now we're a ways off from the birds, but I don't want to fool around with the earplugs as we get up there. All right, let's go. Good girl. Let's go. Go ahead. And this road is one that we walk all the time, so her stickiness here is not surprising. All right, go ahead. Go ahead. Good girl. Good. Good girl. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. We do have some snipe that are around too, that I jumped. They're migrating through and they nest around here. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. And so we might bump those up, and that won't be the worst either. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. All right, come on. Good. Let's go. Come on, come on, come on. Go ahead. Good girl. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Good. Let's go. Good. Let's go. Good girl. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Come on, let's go. Let's go. Real sticky she is. Good girl. Good girl. Come on. Come on, let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Let's go. Cali, come on. Go on. Good girl. Good girl. Good go. Go ahead. Good girl. Go on. Go on. Let's go. Good girl. Good. Good. All right. Go on. Good. Go on. Good. All right. Go on. Good. Let's go. Come on. Good girl. Much better. All right, go ahead. Good girl. Good girl. Good. Good. All right, let's go. All right. Good. Good. All right, let's go. Let's go. Good. Ben, you can go right around that way. All right, let's go. Come on, let's go. All right, let's go. Let's go. Good. Good. Let's go. Let's go. Good. Come on. Come on. Let's go. Let's go. Good. Good girl. There she's touching scent, I think. Yep, she's on in here. Oh, good girl. Oh, that's a good dog. Come on. Come on. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Very good. Come on. That's a good dog. There you go. Come on. Good girl. Here, here, here. Hold. Hold there. Very nice. Very nice. Hold. Hold. Good dog. Good dog. Dead. 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 Good dog. Very good. Very nice. Good job. Good job. Real happy with that. Now, I'm going to hang this bird for right now. There's another one in here, and there's another one in this little island over here. I'm really happy with her approach to it. You could read her body language, see her get birdie. She hunted nicely to it, pretty confidently to it. Now, she smelled enough birds, had enough birds shot over her now, that I think she's starting to get it. The bird jumped really nicely. Obviously a simple retrieve, but real confident on that flapping rooster, which is a big improvement. Now I'll let her just settle in a little bit. Now she may very well smell that second bird in here, and that's fine. I want her to understand that we got to get real excited about this. We got to be real confident, and then there's that balance idea of, but I got to be under control. I was real happy with her getting out finally, coming into this. You know, she hung up a little bit right in here again, and I went, oh, not this again. But the idea of working through, working out, very controlled. I'm big on the idea of a dog hunting with me, not just hunting themselves. It's that fine line, I guess, but I liked how she checks in. I liked how she works with me. I don't mind working. I think you should follow your dog's pace. Dog knows way more about where the birds are than I do. So I like the idea of following the dog and following the dog's pace. And I'm not a speed hunter. I know everyone's got their own ways. Some people just like to cover more ground and they think they can get more birds that way. That's fine, but I prefer to, that's like playing golf and seeing how quick I can get done. I kind of enjoy playing golf. That's why I do it. So I enjoy bird hunting. I like to stretch it out a little bit. Good. Are you ready? All right, let's go. Let's see if we can find that second one. All right, let's go. Already I see her searching out, hunting out, which is exactly what we want. Quite honestly, if she flushes it and I don't shoot it, I'm okay with that too. But I think she's touching scent here. The bird's up in there. I want to get where I'm not going to shoot the house. Good girl. All right. Good girl. You read her body language when she's getting that birdie look. Come on, come on. Come on, I know it's there. No, 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 come on. Well, I can't fault her for it. Good girl. Good girl. Good dog. All right, let's go. Come on, let's leave that one. Come on, let's go. Let's go. There it is right there. So she's on it. Good. Good. Get it. Get it. Cali. Now here's that damn bird that won't fly. So if that bird had flown, all right, Cali, get it. Cali, get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it. Get it, Cali. Get it. Get it, good girl. Good girl. Sit, sit, sit. Should I have my whistle? Go back. Go back. Good girl. Good girl. There's the hunt I like. Very good. That's a good dog. That's a good girl. A lot of enthusiasm in their hunt. Good girl. Hold. Very good. Very good. There, hold. That's a good dog. Good dog. Dead. 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 That's a good girl. Wonderful. Wonderful. Very good. Very good. I'm literally watching her build the confidence. Get a little bit more. I mean, what I really liked about that one was the idea that she saw the bird, and damn these pen birds because they don't fly very good. That one jumped up nicely. That one didn't. And so you saw it. Her hesitation of, I'm not quite sure what to do with it when it's sitting right there in front of me. I liked how she held up and was kind of almost on point to a degree. Very steady. Good. I don't mind that at all. What I'd like to be able to do is then release that and get her to charge in on the bird to either put it up or catch it. For her, she's not quite there confidence-wise yet. My other dogs would have caught that bird. And we saw that the other day. I wanted her to see that the other day. I wanted her to see another dog catch a bird like that. They did it with the chucker a couple times. But what I loved about it was her willingness to stick with it. She came back. She thought she did her job. I think she was a little bit questioning if that's really what she was supposed to do. Sent her back in. Bird finally ran enough. She pressured it enough. It ran enough. It decided to fly. It flew. Shot was worked. Got out a little bit further, which I like. I was a little late with my whistle. I should have my whistle ready. Didn't. I held her up with my voice. I don't want her just breaking on her retrieve. I want her to have that control of bird goes up, sit and watch it, especially if there's other birds around. I don't want her just blowing through. I don't want her running after a bird until I tell her to. If that was a hen and it flew off, I don't want her chasing hens. I don't want her chasing anything at her discretion. I want her to do it on our command. So it's just an extension of that idea of we're working together, we're hunting together. You're flushing for me, I'm shooting for you. If I don't shoot for you, then you're retrieving for me. And if I don't shoot for you, you're not retrieving. So don't go try catching it. Don't go try reflushing it. A lot of times a woodcock will get up and get down, and we can reposition and go and flush that bird again. If the dog doesn't have the ability to stop and goes and reflushes it again, we're never going to have the chance to catch back up to it. So from a hunting standpoint, I don't like them hunting on their own. I want them hunting with me. And then I like them coming in like this and kind of resetting and having a chance to think about what just happened. Now I've got another one in this little island here. But I'm very satisfied with what's gone on here. So I'm going to leave that bird right there. All right, let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Good girl. And I love how her willingness to go out. You'll notice we're starting to give her enough repetitions here that it's starting to make sense. This game is starting to make sense. Good girl. Come on. Come on. Good girl. Now she's got memory of that bird. She goes, oh yeah, I already picked it up. All right, let's go. Good dog. And I love how she comes in and out, not in and sticks. That's something that we've starting to see it get a little bit better. Good dog. Good girl. Again, let her hunt. La 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 la. Come on, that's a good dog. Come on. Come on, let's go. Now, is she touching scent there? Maybe. Could be. All right, let's go. Let's go. But you could see that question of, oh, something was not making sense to her. There, she's got scent. There's the bird. So she's run it right up to the top of the hill. That bird's moved around a bit. Let's go. Let's go. She just scurried it up. Now she's not sure it's there, I don't think. She touched a little scent. All right, let's go. Let's go. Go on. Let's go. I think she's confused right now. She's going, man, this has been a lot of fun. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. There's another one. Good. Good. Good girl. There, she's got scent. You can tell she's not sure what to do. She can smell it. Let's go. Let's go. Find it. Good girl. I tucked that bird in over here, so it's moved us out. Moved us out. Let's go. Let's go. Come on. Let's go. There it is, right there. Let's go. Come on, let's go. It's right there about to fly. She's run over it a couple times. Come on, find it. Find it. Let's go. 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 Come on. Come on. Let's go. Good girl. Good girl. Good girl. I'm gonna let you get around, Ben. Good girl. Go back. Good girl. That's it. Good dog. Get it. Good girl. Get it. That's a good dog. They're very nice. Perfect. Good. Hold. Hold. Good girl. Good girl. Did. That's a good girl. That's a good dog. That couldn't have worked any better. It was great the way the bird flapped, ran a little bit. She grabbed a hold. Confidence. Now this one, did she struggle with? Yeah. Was she getting wind of it? Maybe. Little bits and pieces anyway. But still not like, she's just because it's so new to her, I just think that she did not see she didn't see dead birds prior to coming here. So her live birds have been limited with experience and opportunity. So what I think is with her, it's almost like she's not quite sure what to do with it. She's got natural instincts, no doubt about it. But I also think that because of the control that's been put into her from such an early age on, his kind of lack of control. And so her instincts have been kind of shined off a bit. I certainly don't think like to the point where it can't be fixed, but I've had dogs like that before too that were from great hunting lines. I owned dogs out of the same lines and they hunted great. Real birdie dogs. But then there's some that, one of them is a perfect example, was my parents owned and they didn't hunt her at all. And she ended up coming to me, she was like 2 years old, and she came to me and I was going to work her on birds, and she just had she had very little or no interest in birds whatsoever, almost desensitized to the idea of what we were doing hunting. And it's not that she didn't have it in her, and could I have brought it out of her? Yeah, I think I could have. It would have took some work. It's kind of similar to what I've got here. Retrieve is there with her. Delivery, all these foundational things are there with her. The idea of picking up a bird wasn't a big deal. We had to kind of incrementally get there. But now the idea of actually searching them out, hunting for them, the whole idea of just getting out on her own is a bit of a challenge, was a bit of a challenge, is becoming a little bit easier. We're kind of going back from that extreme over here of control to that extreme over here of like freedom and do what you want. We're starting to see a little bit, it shift a little bit this way. Not enough yet, not enough to say that, you know, I have all the confidence with her in it, but by a lot further, a lot closer to that than where we were a month and a half ago. All experience. I mean, it's just, it's giving them experience. Like I do think that if we took her on a 4 or 5 day pheasant hunt, if it was in the fall, different time of the year, if we took her on a 4 or 5 day pheasant hunt, as long as I was real careful not to have super high expectations, especially early on, as long as we eased her into it, after a week of opportunity, it would definitely click. I think it would start to make more sense. Would it happen in a week? Maybe not in a week, but I'd feel comfortable doing it. I wouldn't feel comfortable doing that with her a month and a half ago, because that would have been way too much. It would have been way too overwhelming. We're getting there, and I don't like going from 0 to 100. You know that. You've heard me talk about that. We got to ease our way into everything, and we're slowly easing our way into each one of these steps, and we're slowly seeing it come around and come out of her a little bit. And that's just the process, that the idea that the process takes a little bit of time, and it takes a few steps, and it takes building blocks and all that stuff. You can use all those analogies because they're pertinent. They have meaning in this context, and with her we're starting to see it. And I think you can hear it probably in my voice, because I was not necessarily as happy as much as I wanted to be with the hunting stuff early. And it's a very good reminder to me of, that's because I didn't have necessarily realistic expectations. I maybe was really optimistic, which I don't have a problem with being optimistic, but I think you got to be a realist as well. And I got so excited about how strong the foundation was, I just figured, let's just jump. Let's just get into it. And we did it, and then it didn't work. And then that wore on me from a confidence standpoint and a satisfaction standpoint, and became a little frustrating, and then took some re-engineering. It took some thinking about it differently, reversing what was happening and trying something different. And then when some of those things did work better, it started to move again in the right direction in a positive way. And now we're just connecting dots. We continue to connect dots. This is not done. We're not done by any means, but we're a lot further along than we were when we started, and we're a lot closer to where we want to be eventually. And that is exactly what I call training. So very happy with it. First time that we've planted birds by herself, and I thought she did a real nice job. There's plenty of things that she could have done a little bit better to make it flawless, and if she had done it flawless, then I'd said, well, why are we so hesitant to go forward? I'm hesitant to go forward until we can get this really good, and then we'll take another step and make it so that she can't do it. But if I had tried doing this 4 to 6 weeks ago, we'd have had a real mess. We were struggling to get a lot less than this handled by both her eye and the gun. And now we're just slowly making nice steady progress, and you guys get to see it. I look back on it and I think of certain episodes where I was like, God, it was awful back then. It was awful back then. But I also have to think about it and go, yeah, but there was also a dozen episodes in between here and there. And so it didn't go from there to here. I need to remind myself of, go watch the whole series and realize that you really incrementally, slowly took steps to get here and beyond. Like, I'll look back 12 episodes from now and I'll look back and go, boy, we were a long ways back in the weeds. from where we are now, where right now I feel like, boy, we are so far out in front of where we once were. That's ongoing, and it's forever. Good girl. Good girl.